Hello everyone. So in the last class we completed the exercise 1. The last problem is there in exercise 1. So we completed the remaining 6 problems, but the last problem is left yet. So we complete that. So after this problem, today we are going to discuss the topic of operations of integers. So in the operations of integers, so we going to start the addition first. Okay, so after addition, so we will complete the exercise 1.2. It is based on addition. Okay, so after the addition, then we will see the subtraction, then we have multiplication, then we have division one by one. Okay, so now in exercise 1.1, this, okay, so it is exercise 1.1, seventh question. Okay, so what is this question is asking here? So the question is here, so he given the few cities on the number line, their temperatures are given here. Okay, so the temperature of 5 cities in the India on a particular day are shown on the number line given below. Okay, so on this number line is given some cities, the 5 cities are given. Now their temperatures are given in a particular day. So he is asking the few questions based on this number line. So observe carefully and see the first question. Write the temperature of the cities marked on it. So what are the cities are marked on this number line? So that is nothing but first one, it is a Kausali. And what about the next one? It is a Manali. Okay, so what about the next city is marked on the number line? So Nainital. So what about the next one is marked Ooty. What about the last one? So the Bangalore. So these all the cities are marked on the number line. That is the first answer. The next question is that which city has the highest temperature? So which city has the highest temperature? So we know that the positive numbers are the greater numbers. So positive numbers are greater numbers. So it means the temperature. So which is greater here? First we will see only the positive, because the negative it is definitely less temperature only. So which temperature is greater here now? So now if you see the Bangalore, how much it is there? 20 degrees Celsius. So it means, so which city has the highest temperature? So the city Bangalore will have the highest temperature. So how much highest temperature it will have? So 20 degrees Celsius. So that is the second answer. What about the third question? So which city has the lowest temperature? So lowest means definitely the negative numbers are lower, this is smaller, right? So it means in the negative side. So if you see the minus 10 before we have the Kausali, so it is nothing but, so minus 10 before which number will come? So it is minus 9. So it means the Kausali will have the city with the lowest temperature. So it means which city has the lowest temperature? The Kausali. So how much temperature it will have? It is nothing but the minus 9 degrees Celsius. So it is what? The lowest temperature city. So next, which cities have the temperature less than 0 degrees Celsius? So we know that the numbers, the values which are left side of the 0, it is always what? Less than the 0 only. The values which are right side of the 0, these values are always greater than the 0. So it means, now what is our questions? So which cities have the temperature less than 0? So all left side, whichever is there, 0 left side, that cities are having the less than 0 degrees Celsius temperature. So which are that? So it is nothing but the Kausali. And what about the next one? So Manali. So what about the next one? So Nainital. Okay, so these are the cities. So will have the temperature less than 0 degrees Celsius. So remember once again. So what is that? The left side of the 0, it is less than 0. The right side of the 0, all values are what? Greater than the 0. Okay, so next, the fifth question. Name the cities with the temperature more than 0 degrees Celsius. So name the cities with the temperature more than 0 degrees Celsius. So which cities will have more than 0 degrees Celsius? Name the cities. So which are will have the Ooty? So Ooty is, it is, so we know that 0 right hand side, whichever is there, it is a more than 0 values, right? So it means the Ooty, so it is nothing but 50 degrees Celsius it will have. And next the Bangalore. So it is nothing but how much degrees it will have? It will have the 20 degrees Celsius temperature. So the first question, what are the cities are represented on the number line? So these all the cities, 5 cities are represented on number line. What about the next question? What is the highest temperature? So it is nothing but Bangalore, 20 degrees Celsius. And what about the lowest temperature? It's causally, it is nothing but minus 9 degrees Celsius. What about next question? The which cities are having the less than 0 degrees Celsius temperature? So what are these cities will have? So Kausali, the Manali and Nainital. These 3 cities will have the temperature less than 0 degrees Celsius. And what about the next question? So he is asking which cities will have more than 0 degrees Celsius temperature. So which cities will have? The Ooty and Bangalore will have more than 0 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay. So it is the 7th question from exercise 1.1. Okay. So now, so after this, so we going to start the topic operations of integers. So in the last class I already started operations of integers. So once again I just repeat that. After the words we start the exercise 1.2. Okay, the first operation, and then based on that we have an exercise. Next operation, that is subtraction. Based on that we have one more exercise. Next multiplication, based on that we have an exercise, and the division, then we have an exercise. Then we have to learn about the properties of integers. Okay, so one by one we will see. So now, so we will start operations of integers. The first one, addition. Okay, so now to add the integers we have to follow some rules. So what are the rules? So we will see in this class. Okay, so what are the rules we have to follow to add the integers, and how you will add the integers on the number line. To adding the integers on the number line, so what are the steps we have to follow, that we will see in now. Okay, so the first operation, it is nothing but addition of integers. Okay, okay, so addition of integers is the first one. So to add the integers we have to follow the rules. I already said the first rule number 1. Okay, so rule number 1. What is the rule number 1? So if you are adding two same signs numbers, it means if you are adding a two positive numbers, or if you are adding a two negative numbers, so what we have to do? So let's see one example. So if you are adding two negative numbers, sorry, two positive numbers, that is a 2 and 9 you are adding. So or else, now let's take, if you are adding two negative numbers, so minus 8 and minus 2, both the numbers we are adding now. How to add this number? This is saying the rule number 1. So whenever we are adding two positive numbers or two negative numbers, we have to add the numbers. What we have to do? We have to add the numbers, and we have to take that particular sign to the sum value. Okay, so it means now 2 plus 9, what is that? It is nothing but 11, and these both are positive, so our answer is also plus 11. It is nothing but 11. Okay, so now the minus 8 and minus 2 we have the numbers. Now these both are negative numbers. If two numbers are negative numbers, if two are positive we should add, if both are negative then also we have to add only. But which sign we have to take? We have to take minus sign. So it means what is the answer? You will get 8 plus 2. It is nothing but 10, and they are negative numbers, so minus 10 is the answer. This is the rule number 1. So I think everyone understood. I am repeating once again. I am just repeat once again. Listen carefully. So what is that? Whenever we are adding a two positive integers or two negative integers, we have to add the numbers and then we have to take that particular sign in front of the sum. So these both are positive numbers we are adding, so we are taking plus. So these both are negative numbers, so we are taking minus symbol. So do both positive, so add. So both negative, so then also add, but take the symbol minus. Okay, so this is the rule number 1. So now see few more examples. So now I am just taking minus 18 plus minus 3. So what is the answer? So minus 3 and minus 18 both are negative numbers. If both are negative numbers, then what we will do? We will add the numbers. So 18 plus 3, how much you will get? 21, right? So 18 plus 3, you will get 21, and both are negative numbers, right? So we have to take the minus in front of that. Okay, so now let's see one more example. So 21 plus 31. 21 plus 31 if you are adding. So both are which numbers? They are positive numbers. If both are positive numbers, simply what we will do? We will add the numbers. So both positive, so answer is also positive only. So it means 21 plus 31, it is nothing but how much you will get? The 52 is the answer. Okay, so I think it's clear to everyone. Now see the rule number 2. So what is the rule number 2? So rule number 2 is saying that if you are adding two different signs of a number, so it means one number you are taking the positive and one number if you are taking negative, then how to add the numbers. So now let's see one example. So what is that? Now I am taking one number is, the first I will take positive number and the another number is minus 2. Okay, so one number it is a positive number 9 and the another number it is negative number minus 2. Now I am adding this both the numbers. So here the rule number 2 is saying that whenever we are adding the opposite signs of a number, it means if you are adding a positive and negative number or negative and positive number, then we have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. What we have to do? We have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So do the subtraction now. So which is smaller here? 2 is smaller. So 2 you have to subtract from the 9. So 9 minus 2, how much you will get? So it is 7. So this is the first step. What we have to do? We have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. After subtracting, so now you have to see which is the biggest number here. So which is biggest number here? 9 or minus 2? Definitely 9 is bigger. And 9 will have which sign in front here? So plus is there. Here nothing there means plus only. So it means our answer is also plus 7. Right. So now see one more example. Now I am taking a negative number 20 minus 25 plus 12. Okay. So now I am taking a negative number and one number it is a positive number. Now if you are adding a negative number with the positive number, then how we will add? Same. First what we will do? We will subtract the smaller value from the larger value. So it means that the smaller number we have to subtract from the larger number. So subtract, so 25 minus 12. So how much you will get? So how much we will get? So it is nothing but, so 133. So we will get, so 13, right? So 25, so minus 12 it is nothing but 13 we will get. So now what we have to do? So which number is greater we have to see. 25 is greater or 12 is greater number? So definitely the 25 is a greater. So 25 will have which sign in front? Minus is there. So it means our answer is minus 13. Okay. So I think understood everyone. See few more examples. Okay. Now I am just taking, so 16 plus minus 18. 16 plus minus 18. So we have to use the rule number 1 because one number is a positive number, one number is a negative number. If positive number, if you are adding with the negative number, then first step what we have to do, the smaller number we have to subtract from the larger number. So it means smaller number, what is that? 16. 16 you have to subtract from the 18. So 18 minus 16, how much you will get? So we will get it is 2. Now which number is greater here, 16 or 18? So definitely 18 is greater. So 18 will have which sign in front? So it will have a minus sign. So it means our answer is what? Minus 2. So 16 plus minus 18, it is nothing but how much it is? Minus 2. So understood? So now see one more example. So I am adding yes. So I am adding a positive number with the negative number. Okay. So now how you will do? Same. If positive number and one negative number if we are adding, so the first step what we have to do? We have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So 27 minus 10. So how much we will get? We will get 17. So afterwards what we have to see? Which number is larger? So which number is greater here, 27 or 10? So definitely 27 is greater. And 27 will have which sign in front? Nothing is there, means always plus. So it means our answer is how much? Plus 17. So this is a rule number 2. Okay. So rule number 2. So what is saying? So whenever you are adding a positive integer with the negative integer or negative integer with the positive integer, we have to first subtract the smaller value from the larger value, and the number which is greater have the whichever the sign in front. So the same sign you have to take to the sum. What about the rule number 1 is saying, whenever we are adding two positive integers or two negative integers, we have to add the numbers and we have to take whatever the sign is there for the number, the same sign we have to take for the sum. So here the rule number 1 and the rule number 2, the difference also you have to understand when we have to subtract and when we have to add. If both are positive or both are negative, we have to add the numbers. If one is positive and one is negative, or negative and positive if you are adding, then we have to subtract the numbers and depend on the digits, whichever is a greatest number, that sign we have to take to the sum. Okay. So this is what operations of integers, that is nothing but the first one, addition of integers. Okay. So now we learned how to add the integers. Okay. So evaluate if he is asking, then you will do it like this. Okay. But now in the question, if he mentioned, what is that? Add the integers on the number line. So these same numbers they will give, but you have to add on the number line. So it means this addition we have to show on the number line. So you should not write directly 11. So we have to show on the number line. How to show the addition on the number line? How to show or how to represent the addition of integers on the number line? Just we will discuss now. Okay, so to add the integers, first we know already that, so the number line, so at the middle we have a 0, and then the 0 right hand side we have a positive integers, and 0 left hand side we have a negative integers, right? And the 0, it is a neutral, it is in middle, right? So now, so this is a number line, so exactly in the middle we have 0. So 0 right hand side what we have? All positive integers. So we have all positive integers. So and 0 left hand side we have a negative integers, it is a -1, -2, -3 and so on. So these all are what? Negative integers. And 0 it is not a positive and it is not a negative, it is a neutral, it is in middle. So now whenever we move right side of the 0, this already we discussed, once again I am just explaining. So whenever we move right side of the 0, the value will be increasing. Whenever we move left side of the 0, the value will decrease. So now see how to add on the number line. So addition of integers on number line. Okay. So how to add on the number line. So now first let's take an example 1. Okay, so represent or locate 3 plus 4 on number line. So represent, so 3 plus 4 on the number line. So we know, seeing the question only, you can say directly the answer 3 plus 4, it is nothing but 7. We know the answer. But we have to represent that addition on the number line. So how to represent now? The first what you have to do, first we have to draw the number line. Then you have to mark the number. All numbers you have to mark. So see, so mostly we have 3 plus 4, that's 7. It is a positive number we are getting now. So positive side you will take more numbers. So 5, 6, 7 and 8. And the left hand side it is a negative numbers. So we are not getting the answer negative. So I am just stopping there. Now how to add this? First number what we have here, 3. So 3 where it is? Here it is a 3. Okay. So 3 is here now. The first 3 is there. Then what we are doing here now? So we are adding a positive integer. We are adding 4, it is a positive integer, plus 4 we are adding, right? So it means whenever you are adding, it's a very important point, whenever we are adding the positive integer, we have to move right side on the number line. We have to move right side on the number line. So 4. So 4 we are adding now. So we have to move, plus 4 we are adding. So we have to move right side on the number line. How many places? The 4 places we have to move. So see 4 places. So 3 after. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means, so where this number is, so where it is stopped. So 3, 4 places if you make the jump. So it is nothing but 7. So 3 plus 4, it is nothing but how much? 7. So like this, what we have to do? We have to add on the number line. Okay. So see one more example. Let's just see one more example. So example 2. So represent, yeah, let's take simple one. 3, yeah, 3 plus 5. Okay. So 3 plus 5 we have to represent on the number line. So it means, so or else you take 4 plus 5. Okay. So 3 plus 3 already we did. Na? So now let's take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So now we have to represent 4 plus 5 on the number line. So how we will represent 4 plus 5 on the number line? So both we are taking the positive integer. And the first number what we have? 4. So where is the 4? So 0 to 4 first here. The 4 is here. Now what we are doing? We are adding a positive integer. Whenever we are adding a positive integer, which side we have to move on the number line? We have to move right side on the number line. So how many places you have to move? 5 places. So it means, so what you will get the answer? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 places we have to move now, 5. So it is nothing but what is the answer now? So 9 is the answer. So 4 plus 5, how much it is? 9. So like this, we have to perform, we have to represent or perform the addition of the integers on the number line. Now let's see here, we took one number, both the numbers are positive numbers, right? So now let's see one example by taking both the numbers are negative numbers. So example 3, I am just taking both the numbers are negative numbers. Okay, so the difference between the how to add the positive numbers and how to add the negative numbers, both you have to understand. See, so I am just taking one number is a -2 and another number I am taking -6. Both negative numbers I am adding. So we know whenever we are adding the negative numbers, so we have to add the numbers and we have to take the minus sign. So it means -2 -6, it is nothing but if you add both we will get -8. We know the answer, but we will show on the number line. So how you will write? See, the answer we are getting the negative answer. So I am not taking the positive values more. I am just taking 1, 2. I am just keeping the dots. So negative side I am taking more. See, don't do the mistake. You will take the 0 here and then start -1, -2. It is wrong. So all negative numbers definitely they should lie left side of the 0 only. Okay, so don't do the mistake by keeping the 0 here and -1, -2. If you write, it is wrong. So what we have to do? So we have to take all negative numbers definitely the left side of the 0. If you want, you can start from 0, but 0 left side you have to write start writing the numbers like -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and -6, -7, -8, -9 and so on. Now, what is the first number? It is -2. So 0 to -2. So here is a -2. So then what we have to do? So we are adding which number here? The negative number we are adding. So if you are adding the negative integer, so which direction we have to move? We have to move left side. Okay, so the before problem we are adding positive integer. If you are adding the positive integer, we have to move right side on the number line. If you are adding a negative integer, we have to move left side of the number line. So it means how many places? So 6 places you have to move on the left side of the number line. So it means 6 places if you move, what is the answer you will get? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So it means the answer it is nothing but -8. So -2 plus -6 is nothing but -8. So like this we have to do the addition on the number line. Okay, so see one more example. Same, both the negative numbers only I will take. So one number I am just taking -1 and another number I am taking -6. Okay, yes. So -1 plus -6. So we know both are negative integers. So whenever we are adding negative integer, what we will do? We will add the numbers and we will take minus in front. So it means 1 plus 6, it is nothing but 7, and the answer is what? -7. We know the answer, but how you will perform this addition on the number line? The first, what is the number we have? -1. So it means, so -1 is here. Then what we have to do? So we are adding which number? We are adding negative integer. If we are adding a negative integer, then which direction we have to move? We have to move left side on the number line. So left side how many places? 6 places. So it means, so if you do 6 places if you move, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So answer is how much? -7. So -1 plus -6 is nothing but -7. Okay, so two very important point we have to remember here. Whenever we are adding a positive integer, we have to move right side on the number line, and whenever we are whenever we are adding a negative integer, we have to move left side on the number line. These 2 points you have to remember. Okay, so very important. Even if you see the do these problems in our textbook, so we have the questions based on the 2 points. So what is the question? Whenever you add positive integer, which direction you will move? You can check the textbook, do this problem we have. Whenever you add a positive integer, we should move right side. Whenever you are adding a negative integer, so which direction we have to move? We have to move left side. Okay, so this is all about the addition, and the subtraction we will discuss in the next class.